Hey guys, what's up? It's KD4X here, back with episode 3 of the Road to 400k. If you haven't already been following the series, in this series I'm basically going to be documenting my journey going from 0% funded or zero equity funded to $400,000 funded, which is obviously big steps, and I understand that it might take a little while to get there, but ultimately this series will not stop until we get there. But anyway, moving forward, so if you have been tuning in, you'll understand that last week I think I ended the week just about break even, maybe just a little bit below. Obviously the week before that we were traveling a little bit, so we weren't doing too much. But anyway, let's get straight into it. I'm going to walk you through each trade as I took it and when I took it. So I believe this was the first trade that I saw on Monday. So let's get straight into it. So here we are. We've gone. We're on replay mode just because I want you guys to see exactly what I'm seeing. So I'm going to share with you everything that I see and yeah, just walk you through each trade. So obviously we've got a breaker structure here. So price on the 5-minute chart, if you don't already know, the 5-minute chart, obviously things move very fast, or they will move a lot faster than if you were trading on a higher time frame, but that just suits me personally and that's how I like it. So yeah, we've got this breaker structure here, as I just said, breaker structure, and then we've got this gap left. So if you aren't accustomed to what gaps are, there's a gap here, so this is an imbalance, you might know it as an imbalance. The imbalance is there, and then it needs to be filled. So let's have a look at what price did. So price come up to my area. So obviously this is a tap in. We usually wait for a break of a candle. Let's see if we get that. So we get a break of a candle. Actually, I think, yeah. So I remember what happened on this one. So I got stopped out like marginally. I'm gonna proper zoom in so you can see it. All right, my stop loss is there. Obviously tight stops are on the 5-minute. What is that, a 9-pip stop? So we had a tight stop, and then we were looking for a 1-to-1, at least. A 1-to-1 minimum. Obviously with a trade like this, I was actually hoping that it probably would break the lows. So we were looking to about there, but obviously it's not how things panned out. So if you can see, we got in here, and then price came down, broke the candle, so that's where we entered. And then obviously it wicked us out. So obviously that was an unfortunate start to the week, very frustrating, but I did actually get back into this trade, so I just want to show you. So price obviously wicked me out. I think I got in again at about here. Oh, let's undo that. So price came back down. I mean, I know this could be a little bit better. I think that's it. There we go. Obviously, if we would have been holding for a long time, I think we made like 1.5%. So I think we got out there. Obviously we were happy after what happened. We didn't want the market to then come back, obviously, because if it's going to continue going up, it's left this little demand here. We didn't want the market to continue to do that. We took our profits at 1.5. Obviously the market did go for more, and obviously then it would have been a great Monday. But you know, we're still happy with the profits that we made. And ultimately we weren't greedy, because obviously if we'd have been greedy and then price would have come back against us and got us out again, then we'd have been absolutely fuming. But anyway, that was a good start to the week. Well, we were up about, how much we were up about that? So I think after that trade I was up about 300. So $300, which one was it? This one was the next trade. So there was 2 trades that I've been waiting for the whole day. One of them was on GJ, so if I go back, so I was like, either price is going to come to this area. This was my preferred area. But obviously on the 5-minute, not everything's going to come to you. So this was my preferred area. Price, I don't think, well, obviously never got there. So basically it took too long. Let me just move this over here. But anyway, this is the other trade that I had marked up. So I've already put where I entered, but let's have a look. So hold on, if we go back. So we had this this supply created. So obviously we had this big move down. This is a massive move down. This is the ones we like because obviously it's showing us basically where the market wants to go. And then we had this big gap attached. So this gap here, attached to this supply, we also had the 200 EMA above. I think the 200 EMA was above on this one. It wasn't as close, but it was still above. So on this one it was touching. So I actually entered aggressively on this one. So if you don't already know, when I enter trades aggressively, I have to go for at least a 1-to-2. Because obviously, as you'll see in this trade, entering aggressively, you can literally get eaten. You get eaten within a couple of minutes, a few minutes, it could literally look like it's going to go your way, reject a little bit, and then boom, you're out. And obviously to stop that becoming a problem, obviously these ones aren't always going to hit. Like when you enter things aggressively, it's not always going to hit. When it does, it's beautiful because there's a little bit more risk to reward than we're used to. So yeah, basically we ended here, and then like I say, I got cooked straight away, boom, out. So I think I ended the day on Monday, I think it was, down about 200 to 300. I can't remember exactly how much it was. Obviously it was last week on Monday, but I think it was about 200-300 down. So we were like, oh, whatever, you know, we didn't manage to make any money on Monday, but it's still okay. We'll come back the next day. We're still gonna have a positive mindset. And yeah, so then we come to the market on this day. So I just really want to highlight this because people would be like, oh, where's the gap? So I just want to show you. So you see that little gap there? That is a gap. So when I associate with my demand zones, I am looking for a gap and a break of structure, basically, and ideally the 200 EMA. They're the three confluences that I like to look for when I'm taking a trade. And then obviously I just wait for it to come back to my zone. If it doesn't, then we just move forward. But so I entered at about here. So I was super confident in this trade because I don't know what it is. Obviously having a few years, well, having almost 2 years experience in the market now, I've started to really understand when I feel like price is going to move a little bit more. So in this trade, I was like, like usually I'll take a 1-to-1. So usually I take a 1-to-1. I was thinking, okay. So it did actually go to 1-to-1. It went to 1-to-1 and then came back. I was thinking, God's sake, I literally just held on to this trade and then it's going to come back and stop me out. But then we had this candle, which obviously, how many pips was in this candle? One candle. We literally got like 15 pips out of a candle, and then we were struck out at a 1-to-2, which is obviously ideal given that we had lost a little bit of money before. So I think that put us up for the week. I think so far for the week we were up about 1.5%. Maybe, I don't know exactly, yeah, 1.5% given what we lost on the previous day. So then we were coming into Friday. Obviously we're looking at Friday. Friday's not my favorite day to trade, and I actually lose, I'd say, a little bit more than I do on other days. Monday and Fridays are the main days that I lose on. Just because obviously Mondays you come to the market, you're trying to figure out what the market's been doing over the weekend, and then obviously on Friday the market is kind of, I don't know, it's just a little bit different. I can't really explain it in words, but if you're a trader, you'll understand. So yeah, that was Tuesday, I think it was. Yes, these two were Monday, that one was Tuesday, and then this one was Friday. So I want to walk you through this one. So I got to the market, what time was it? I got to the market a little bit later than I think I was supposed to. So I think something happened in the morning. Maybe I had a phone call from someone and I needed to take it. But I saw this, it looks like it's a correction, obviously. What is actually happening is price correcting and then it's going to move the way that it wants. But price was coming down, consistently making lower lows. Obviously this one didn't make a lower low, but because of the previous price action, I was actually pretty confident that this one was going to hit. So we got in here. Well, actually, let's draw a zone. So then we had, so obviously this one was ideal. This one was like the perfect one. This setup hit, and I was thinking, okay, I just want to get on that move. It's Friday. Hopefully I can be done for the day. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been there for like an hour. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe this will be the one. Maybe just a quick in and out, and then I can go about my day on Friday. Not that that's how I view the charts. Obviously, I come to the charts and I practice basically what I preach every day in the same setups that I take, and obviously analysing price action, etc. So I wasn't like trying to pull a quick one, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. Look, it looks like we're moving consistently down, down, down. So let's try and get in. So we got in, and then I think price just went straight against us. Yeah, straight against us. So I actually got 2 entries on this, and I'm going to explain to you why, because a lot of people will be like, ah, you know, KD4X, or Kingsley, my name's Kingsley by the way, is over trading. I wouldn't call this over trading. So like, I got in here, here's my first entry. So I want to show you this, just because it will be very helpful. So obviously it got me out. I was out, cool, and then I got back in. So I got back in about here, because I was like, okay, cool, I lost a little bit. I only lost 1%, it's not a big deal. Hopefully I can make 1% back, and then, or 2%, which, because I actually thought it was going to break these lows. So maybe I can make 2% back and go about my day. So I got a re-entry here, and then price started going against me again. So obviously it wicked down. It looked like it might still. Exactly the same as basically what happened to GJ earlier in the week. I was thinking, okay, this is going to do it again. I've got to lose to win, which is just sometimes the way. On the 5 minute anyway, that's what I experience. And then obviously on this trade, I tried to get a little re-entry. So I don't know if you've been following the first few videos or the first video that I made. I actually did show how my re-entries work, and I explained them in great detail for anybody who's wondering. But obviously the re-entries are the ones that realistically get you paid, especially if you like hold them for a 1 to 2 or something. But anyway, I tried to get a re-entry. Obviously it didn't work out in my favour. It was unfortunate. I ended up down for the day, so obviously I got 2 entries on this. So I think I was up like 700 for the week so far up until this day, and then I think I lost like 1.2, which isn't the end of the world. We ended the week down about, what was it, about 500 I think it was, yeah, about 500. But we weren't overly upset about that. Obviously, I understand that I take these trades every day. I understand that not every week's going to be a profitable week, and I accept that. I mean, so obviously we're looking into next week. Hopefully we'll be able to bring it back. I'm pretty confident that we will be able to, just because this one left us a little bit down on the account, and we haven't had too much, I mean, consistency on this account so far. Like, we've been pretty averagely trading. Like, it hasn't been incredible trading, it hasn't been really bad trading. So I haven't been losing money, I haven't really been gaining money either. That's just how the market goes sometimes, especially when obviously I'm trying to take setups on the 5 minute chart each day that I can. So yeah, we ended the week down a little bit. It was a little bit unfortunate. Obviously looking into next week, we'll be looking to try and make that money back. It is NFP week next week. So hopefully we can be profitable. Obviously last NFP week was profitable, which we're still super surprised about, really. So we're going to try and make the money back. I think we've got until the 13th to make the percentage, so the 8% on this account. So we've got until the 13th. Obviously if I get to the 13th and I'm in profit, then I get a restart. If I'm not, then I have to basically get another one. But anyway, this is the road to 400k, so I'm going to show you guys how, using my strategy, you're able to make it to 400k funded. But anyway, that's all I've got today, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.